What's going on, guys? It is Kyle again with DTOM Knives and Gear, and I am so excited to finally be able to show you the review of this bad boy, the Chaves Ultramar 229. I've been wanting this knife for a while. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back, everybody. Okay, I am ready. I finally am. Been carrying this knife for a little bit. Finally ready to do the review of the Chaves Ultramar 229. If you watched my unboxing first impressions of this knife, I was really looking for one of these knives for such a long time, and was finally able to pick one up. My buddy Kyle Lamphere, who is also on YouTube. Obviously, if you're not subscribed to him, you need to go ahead and do so. I'll have him linked down in the description. But was trying to find one. He notified me that this one was available through the secondary market, and I jumped on it. Oh my gosh, am I glad I did. I've wanted one for such a long time because I just love the design. Ramon Chaves is just one of a kind when it comes to his designs. So I picked one up. This one was on the secondary market, came with the original box, and as you can see, Ultramar 229 Tanto and the hand satin blade. Oh, so freaking awesome. Very nice packaging, blah, blah, blah. So obviously Ramon Chaves is a custom knife maker out of New Mexico. Oh, I love that. So an American designer. This knife, however, is made by Riyadh. He, of course, just like the Todd Begg Bodega, is a American designer who brought his designs to the market at a much better price. These things run anywhere from $350 to $450, depending on some of the certain things that you can get. They actually just dropped some and they're gone again because they were gone for a long time, and I was trying to find some, and it was so hard and difficult to find because these things are so popular. And they just dropped, and I looked before this video, and they are all gone again. So definitely, they will probably come back. But if you're looking to get one now, it's still going to be in the secondary market because they were gone, and they were gone quick. And for good reason, guys. This is such a wonderful design. Of course, you have the Ramon Chaves pocket clip, which turns a lot of people off. People that like to carry the knives but don't like to... They kind of shout out that they're carrying a knife, and they're not a big fan of this. This is actually what drew me to the knife at first. I think it looks badass. I can't get over how much I love this pocket clip, and it actually works as far as a pocket clip very, very well. So this is definitely something that I enjoy keeping in my pocket, and people being like, what the hell is that? And I'm just like, it's my knife. Ramon Chaves. You ever seen one? Boom, let's just see it. Now, this one is not stock. So this one, as you can see, has been customized, and it's been customized by Fanatic Edge, who does a lot of customizing on knives for Chaves knives. Has this freaking awesome kind of bluish hue logo with the key logo that they have on there. Oh, with the bronzed out finish, tumbled finish. Same thing on the pocket clip. Pocket clip kind of has like a ghosted key skull thing there that is just really hard to see on camera, but bronzed out thumb studs, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I'm so happy that I got to pick it up, and as you can see, a little bit pop of color like on the scale here of the back spacer. It just looks sexy as hell, and I love it. One of the absolute best things about this knife and this design, as far as the action, this one was also upgraded by the previous owner, by Fanatic Edge, with skiff workshop bearings. If you're not familiar with that, look it up. Very, very. I mean, the action on these things are amazing without that, but with the skiff bearings, oh my gosh, and the sound that it makes. I just want you to hear when I flip this guy out. Oh, Jesus. I absolutely love this mechanical sound that this knife makes. And then, of course, oh, God. Possibly the best sounding knife that I have in my collection. Obviously, I have the Conigarius, and the action on it is superbly smooth, just like this. But it does not sound near as good as that right there. And then when it comes down, oh, just an absolute wonderful thing that makes me so very happy. Now, also, whenever I don't want to just, fly the knife out there, I actually find myself doing this where I'll do the pinch grip and just, you hear that? Doing the rollout and doing this. Oh, even that sounds amazing. I freaking love it. Is really one of my favorite knives in the collection. Feels so wonderful in hand. It is just an iconic design because Ramon Chaves has been a knife designer for so very long, and this thing feels absolutely wonderful. Now, you guys know me, I like a forward finger troll. This one is not really a forward finger troll. It is more of just a sharpening troll, but I feel so locked in and like I am right behind the blade, so I don't need a finger troll on this. As you can see, this one is their Tanto version. Now, they have a drop point compound ground. This is the Tanto compound ground. And let me tell you, out of all the knives that I have in my collection, there's this little glare there, this one is ground the best out of all of them. I know that's a tall order because I've got some pretty nice knives. This is the best ground blade in my collection, hands down. First of all, it is the hand satin that comes from Riot, and it is done so freaking gorgeous. I can't not get over it. But the grinds on this thing, it's a hollow grind here and then a flat grind up here, so it's a compound ground. This Tanto is different than most other Tantos that you will see. Definitely more of a user Tanto than your typical ones, as far as Tanto being tactical and for self-defense and whatnot. This one comes and has a long straight here, and then this actually is belly and not just straight. A beautiful grind on this thing that I think functions very well. This thing has a blade thickness here of 160 thousandths, so it's a very big overbuilt knife. It's got thick slabs of titanium that are not milled out. This thing is just two huge slabs of titanium, which makes for a heavier knife. It's about I would think like 6.5 ounces or something like that, and for a little over 8 inches, I think it's like 8.25 inches long, something like that. Yeah, it's pretty heavy, but oh my gosh, I don't give a damn. I love that. I think it feels amazing. So it's I'm talking, when you say feel like a tank, it feels like a tank. Very mechanical, and just sturdy as hell knife. Now, but with that grind, just listen, 160 thousandths, thick blade stock, hollow grind. This thing comes down to 10 to 11 thousandths behind the edge. What? Yes. 10 to 11 thousandths behind this edge. This thing is a slicing machine. Now, of course, that's right here. Then, of course, it thickens up on that compound grind for the Tanto. So you have a pretty substantial tip, because it does get thicker out here. But as far as your everyday cutting task, there is no stopping this blade at all. It is so ergonomic in all different types of grips. The pocket clip, a lot of people don't like it, but it's flat enough to where I don't feel it in the hand. It does not create a hot spot. The only probably sharp point on this area is right here on this edge and on this edge, and it's not really a problem because my hands don't really, I can't really feel it down here. Even in the reverse grip, the only thing I can maybe feel is it right here with my thumb kind of getting into that corner. If they were to round that off, it'd probably be melting your hand in the reverse grip as well. But the jimping on the top, very far spaced apart. It is relatively knocked down. It could have been done just a tad bit better, but I love the jimping on here because it's not painful at all and gives me such a great grip on this thing. It feels like a beast. It feels like a workhorse, and that is what this knife was designed for. It is so freaking awesome. I have no regrets of waiting to purchase this knife, and it's not going anywhere. It is one of my favorites. I absolutely love the logo that Chaves makes. And of course, you know, with it being right here, matches that well. And then this being Riot, this is an M390, which is an awesome, excellent steel. You guys know 20CV, M390, 204P are some of my favorite EDC steels, and this one is no exception. So let's go ahead and get a few different size comparisons. You know, so it's not huge, but it's not small. Here it is compared to the Benchmade Super Freak. As you can see, it's pretty close to the Benchmade Super Freak, which a lot of people would think that's a big knife. To me, but you know, not. It's pretty comparable. Here it is against the PM2. PM2, I think, coming in around the same as well. So very, very EDC friendly. Now, obviously, these two are much lighter than this. So if weight is a thing to you, I get it. You probably wouldn't like it. But as far as other of the high-end production, this one also being made by Riot. This one is the Steelcraft Bodega. And the Bodega is definitely a large knife that comes across, you know, or makes it just a little bit longer than the Chaves. Same thing with the Spartan Harsey folder. This one is a longer knife as well, as you can see. Full titanium. This one does come in a little bit heavier than I think both of these. I can't remember. They're close, though, because they're both full titanium knives. The Spartan Harsey also does not have milling inside there, so they're about the same. And then, of course, a knife that a lot of people think is, you know, pretty substantially big, but you can see that it's just a tiny bit smaller than the 8015. So I think it's a pretty well-sized knife for most people. I say that a lot because everybody has their own thing and their own, you know, things they like and don't like as far as what they carry. But this one, absolutely one of my favorite knives in my collection now. Cannot say enough good things. I carry this. Now, I will say one thing about this one now, and I need to find out from other people because this is the first Chaves that I've handled. The detent on it is pretty strong. So I cannot do, which I really want to do, I cannot do the reverse flick on this thing. I've tried and I can't do it. I've seen people, you know, on some other videos do the reverse flick. And so I'm actually curious on other Chaves knives. You know, can people do that for the most part? Because I consider myself a pretty good middle finger flicker. But yep, nope, this thing's detent just won't allow me to do it. But I'll be honest with you, this is my absolute favorite knife to deploy using the thumb stud. The sound that it makes, the absolute buttery smooth drop shot action, I believe you really can't beat it. I'm telling you, I want to, you know, maybe put this up against the Koenig Arius as far as its action. Oh, it is that good, ladies and gentlemen, 100%. I cannot get over how much I love this knife. This one does have a lock bar insert over travel stop, so I do believe that on his regular customs it does not have this. I think that's awesome that it has the steel lock bar insert and over travel stop. I mean, that makes for just a better knife in my opinion. So very happy about that. You have the hidden screws from the skull clip, which on his regular customs, the screws are up here. I think this looks a lot better. Just an absolute dream. I really can't say anything bad about this knife. I really, really can't. Absolute favorite. I will probably end up getting a drop point at some time if I can find one that I like, because I do like this knife so very much. Yeah, I missed on it too, because I was actually, when I heard they were dropping, tried to go get a drop point blade, and they were sold out. So I really am sorry, guys. I'm putting this video out, you know, right after they dropped, which is kind of a bummer, and I really am sorry about that. But anyways, I love it. 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 Definitely, if you are in the market for a freaking just wonderful, wonderful design by Ramon Chaves. They have, of course, the 228. They have a couple of different, he has a couple of different models. Definitely go check him out. Look him up. Wonderful, wonderful man who has worked hard and had been such a success in the knife making game. So I respect him a lot. So anyways, guys, I really appreciate you stopping by and checking this thing out with me. It is absolutely one of my favorite knives of all time now. And I know it's really hard to say. There's so many great knives out there. I have some, you know, but gee whiz, it would be really hard for me to not have this in like the top 3. So anyways, thanks so much for stopping by. Definitely go check out Kyle Lamphere. I have him linked down in the description because he is really the reason that I was able to find this and purchase it. So he is awesome. Thank you so much, guys. I have a 1,000 subscriber giveaway going on. Gonna be coming up really soon. So hit the subscription button and the notification bell. So when I do post that 1,000 subscriber giveaway video, you will be notified and you can enter to win some really cool stuff. So anyways, stay safe out there in this crazy world that we're living in, and we will see you in the next one.